You don't have the dash speakers in yet, do you?
Yeah.
You already ran the wire in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic. Just gotta solder a connector to it.
Yeah. Basically, all the speakers are in.
Basically?
Technically.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Monday.
That's right. It's Monday.
I know. Sucks. So, we have a Dodge Ram that is getting a stereo. New 6x9s in the rear door. Kenwood's new 6x9. So they just came out with this year the KFC X695, which is this guy. Now what's cool about this is it's got an oversized tweeter, so it's more like a tweeter slash mid. It's a big boy, but the 6x9 basket is built off of the 6903 basket. And that was the problem with the Dodge Rams. The 694s did not fit into the doors of the Dodge Ram. But these new 695s drop in, no problem, super shallow, go right in. So that makes things quite nice. So now you can do the 6903s with the 3.5 up here in the top of the dash, and then do 695s in the rear doors, and you have a full Kenwood Exelon speaker system, and everything is fantastic. Now, Paul also sold them a DSR-1 for integration. This is a base model audio, meaning it does not have the Alpine system, so the DSR-1 will flash the radio and allow us to DSP it. And then that is going to go into the Kicker 1307. So we're using the 7-channel amplifier to power all 6 speakers, and then some 2 subs. I think he sold them Rockford P3s with a Fox box. So this is going to sit here. Still have to make a bracket. We were just test fitting it because this is unbolted. This comes out. This is a pain in the butt to get out. But it just makes life easier. Although you could probably get in here and cut this without taking it out. We cut it and take it out. Or we unbolt it and take it out. It's 5 bolts. It really sucks. But anyways, this will go here. We'll make some form of a bracket. And then the DSR-1 is also going to mount back here instead of in with the radio. That way we just have short runs up to the amplifier as of right now. And for that, what I've been doing most of the morning is building the harness for this. So it's a DCH3 harness from iData, and it's designed to plug in behind the radio, which is this. And then it's got like a 3-foot extension, and it just plugs into the not OBD2, but the data bus adapter behind the glove box. It's got this little white guy here that just plugs right into there. And at the end of this is this, and this is designed to plug into your DSR-1. And that's cool. However, iData makes the A extension 4, AEXT4, which is this. Now, the problem with this is it's not compatible with these harnesses because it's pinned wrong. It's totally pinned wrong, which is not going to ruin my day. So what we had to do was repin the end that plugs into the DSR-1 to match the DSR-1 harness, and then repin the end that is in the DCH3 to match the EXT4 harness. So at the end of the day, this will be the right harness. These two will be perfect. And these would just match each other and plug in, and you just match up the colors of the wiring. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is where it plugs into the DSR-1, not anywhere in between. So we repinned this because this is easier to repin than this one. So all the colors match up now. And at the end, so you move this end first to match this, and then you unplug this to match this. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? So, and then the nice thing is there are some extra wires in the harness that don't get used, and there's actually 4 pairs, which is perfect because you can do front and sub. And then we take the harness apart, meaning we remove the tech flex, and we run another set of wires so that we have 2 fronts and a rear pairs. That way this whole thing will just get ran into the car and it's done. And then we add in these connectors to plug in, and we have one more here. This will be for the dash speakers. So these will plug in like this and that, and so everything will just kind of run through the car and plug into place, which is really cool. I like that. Makes, you know, a little prep work on the bench, but once you get that all done, then it's fantastic. Okay, can a JL Audio VXI 808 power a set of 3-way active and 1? Yes, it can do that just fine. We've actually done that before. Do you know much of the Modus or Bose Elite presentation this past weekend? No, I'm assuming it was probably similar to what they did at MasterTech earlier this year. The two companies don't have anything to do with one another other than
sharing the wallet.
They're sharing the same wallet. That's good call on that one. Did Moda show off new head units? They actually showed us the head units back in March, which we showed you guys on Instagram right here. So if you go back to March, you can see them. We walked around and showed you all the Moda stuff, including the head units. But no. I want to install a double din in my Nissan Armada 2011 with Bose system. Go for it. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend something with a short chassis.
I mean, the new Kenwoods.
Well, no, I mean anything with a short chassis. He wants to do a double din, so that's a double din, not a new Kenwood.
The Armada, right?
Yeah, that's a Nissan Titan. 2011 is the old one where the dash shatters into a million pieces. If it has the top screen, then you could probably finagle in a direct replacement, you know. But I mean, getting that car apart without it breaking is really the scariest part. Are you going to start using Deutsch connectors for install? Seems to be new trick some are using for... No, probably not. I don't know. I mean, I don't need a marine connector or an all-weather connector inside of a vehicle. I'd rather just stick with probably some Molex connectors. Those seem to work. You know, that's what every manufacturer uses. To me, I would like to just do away with multiple connectors in a car, period. Like, so I just, you know, want to make it easy. So like that's where I think I would rather head, as opposed to having a connector and then 12 inches later another connector. So I would just rather make a specific harness for the vehicle and just leave it at that. I think that will make more sense. Okay. That dash will shatter. Yeah, it probably will shatter into a million pieces. I would just order new parts now if you're gonna take it apart. Yeah, definitely, because that's a scary one for sure. Anyways, so the kicker, 1300.7 going in, Fox box, which is right here. This guy is going to be underneath there. Now it does come with a seat lift kit. However, we've actually never put the seat lift kit in. It doesn't, if you don't mind the seat raising up just a little bit, then you're good. You don't need to do this, which to me makes way more sense. But, you know, to each his own. I don't even know if these subs are going to fit in here. So Will these even fit? Didn't we run into a problem last time?
Which ones?
These P3s?
Yep.
Do they fit? I don't think they fit. Maybe. We'll find out later. The reason why they wouldn't fit is that there's the trim ring that goes around the Rockfords don't always fit into Fox boxes. It kind of sucks. The door does seem nice if need to pull the DSP or amp out, but it goes back old school where amps had plugs. I mean, I want as few connection points as possible. Did you guys make a full video of the Camry with the 2 T1s? No, we did not. That one we did not make a full video of. It was just whatever you got here on Instagram. Fernando is now adding some sound treatment to the door. He, of course, put some sound treatment on the front. Oh, one of the nice things about those 695s, just like the 6903s, they do come with all the mounting brackets. So, like, this is the 69... We could just call it the 6900 because it's the same driver, but they always come with the fast-ring foam and all the brackets, and the new 695s that are in the rear doors also come with the foam and the brackets. So definitely an added value when looking at that Exelon 6x9 because you don't need brackets and you don't need fast rings and a ton of foam because they just come in the box, which is really cool. Now, as I said, this is not an Alpine system. So the DSR1 will go into this, but there's some programming that needs to be done. So hopefully, once he gets these 2 door panels on, we're going to plug all that in and we'll flash that. So that can be done today to make sure that everything is going to work the way it's supposed to. Now, he does have, this is a 2021, so he could have done a radio. Paul didn't sell him a radio, didn't talk to him about a radio, which is kind of a bummer because the direct fit would have worked in this. But then you would have had to talk to him about the backup camera because these have high-res backup cameras. And you either have to replace the camera or add a camera interface. So there is that. Have you done the Horizon 12 yet? Thoughts versus 10? No. Believe it or not, no one has come in to ask for it yet. It's kind of a bummer because looking forward to somebody doing it in a Jeep. But no, we haven't had anybody want it yet. Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of weird. We do a lot of Jeeps. You think somebody would have saw the video and be like, I want one of these. But no. O2 Mustang deck and 4 easy money. Depends. It could be. You just have to check and see if it has the premium audio system in it. If it has the tweeters up on the sail panels, no. It's not going to be easy money. It's going to be a pain in the butt. But if it doesn't have those, then yeah, it's pretty straightforward. New radio, 4 speakers, done. Pretty fast. Non-premium. Then yeah, easy. Definitely easy. Yeah, because that has a standard door panel. So yeah, you're good. You should knock that out fairly seamlessly, quickly, easily, painlessly. Yeah, let's go with painlessly. What do you got going on there, man? You good?
Sound treatment.
Yeah, you excited about tonight?
Yes.
It's Monday.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we do this sound treatment over here. But if you don't want this sound treatment, you can go to morelhifi.com because they also sell sound treatment. The butyl with the foam and the aluminum thing.
Yeah, same.
And just the other one, just the regular one. So you can go there and they have a nice logos. So you can put it on, it looks pretty. So when you where you door, it looks so nice. So yeah, go to morelhifi.com. That's the place that you can find sound treatment, speakers, amplifiers, subwoofers, and Bluetooth speakers. Exactly. Even
they got it all, man.
They have it all. So morelhifi.com. Here on Instagram, Morel_America. They got brand new speakers. Go check them out. On Facebook, Morel America Inc. So yeah.
There you go.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Bobby, unfortunately, no, he does not. Yeah, he only sells it in the kit. I think Riverfan answered my question. Oh, but are the Hertz DG 3.5s any good? Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. Our most popular 3.5 is going to be the Kenwood C3, which is what's in this Dodge Ram. You can buy them as just the C3. We definitely sell more of those than anything else. They fit. They're nice and shallow. The tweeter is recessed. They have a nice musical sound to them. But there you go. That's them right there. But no, the DJs are nice too. DJ, I don't know. They pronounce it weird. Where did it go? Okay. Do you see yourself doing much with the Kenwood 1058 or just making own brackets for 1050 if Kenwood aren't available? I think at that price point, people are willing to wait if something isn't available. I think the 1058 will probably be a pretty popular unit. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty exciting. I don't know. Here's the nice thing is honestly I have no idea what people resonate towards or what they get in their mind, or none of that stuff makes any sense to me. I'm just along for the ride. When they ask us, we come up with solutions to their problems. That's really what it is. I probably would have put a 1058 in this. We actually put a 1058 in one of these Rams 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We made custom brackets to fit it in. iData, boom, done. Remounted it. The direct replacement version would have been a little easier, for sure. But Paul wasn't listening when I told him that's what I wanted, so we ended up going with the 1058, and we just made it work. So it happens. Hello from Chicago. Chicago. Wow. Apparently. How much bass can you get out of those 3.5 10? None. Zero. You get no bass out of those. They're mid-range. It's a 3.5. If you want bass, go buy a Dayton Audio go buy a Dayton Audio 3.5-inch subwoofer from Parts Express. Then you can have 3.5-inch subwoofer. You get all kinds of bass out of those. But no, these put out no bass. None of them do. Yeah, I know. It's a little tiny speaker. So you're not going to get bass out of it.
Not even in a 6.5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so today is Monday, which means at 6:30 we'll be live taking your questions over on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
For right now, that's it. This is 5 minutes of 5-star. We're going to call it here. Go forth, be merry. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you guys tonight. Give me a spoon. That was the other thing I thought about doing to these, but I'm not going to, is taking like a spoon and blowtorching it so it gets really hot. And then like putting it in there and then taking it out and putting a plastic spoon in, like gluing a. Then I was like traveling with it would probably be a pain in the ass. So I opted out. Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo están?
Whoa.
Muchas gracias.
No, we'll have none of that. Hello. How are you? I am fine.
Good. How are you?
Good day, everyone.
It is a good day?
It could be. Opt out. Yeah.
It is a good day. We finally finished the Dodge Ram. Yeah. It sounds pretty good. I like it.
That sounded very mediocre.
No, seriously, that's what I'm saying. It was weird, but it's like, oh wow, yeah.
I'm glad I could wow you. You suck. All right, so boss move, something to check, whatever you want to call it. Tip of the day: when working on a vehicle, check the bumpers to see if they have sensors. If they have them in the front, guaranteed they will have them in the back. However, if they have in the back, does not guarantee they will have them in the front. So check to make sure that these are there. And then also verify that they function before you take the stereo out of the car. Okay, because sometimes there is an on-off switch for audio, and some people will have that off. So if it's off, you make sure you want to turn it back on. You can turn it off when you're done, but always check to see backup and sensors. Make sure you have sensors. And then when you're done, make sure that the sensors work. Now, if you're doing something like in this, we did a DSR1, which is a data interface. If you're doing a pack interface, whether you're doing a Zen module, it doesn't matter. Whichever one, all of them have the ability to control the level for the sensors, but it's typically done through some form of software or putting your finger on your head and rubbing your belly. Okay, so check for that and then check to make sure that they function when you're done. Right, Fernando?
That is correct.
Now, if you're doing something like data, they make it quite unique, and that's to tap your head and rub your belly. So you have to put the radio in aux mode.
Or you can turn it off.
Or you can turn it off, but if it goes off and you can't access a menu, aux mode is easier. Put a headphone jack in it, plug it into your phone, leave the phone off. Then what you're going to do is put it in drive, have someone walk in front of the vehicle. It's going to go beep, 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 or beep, beep, beep. And then you're going to turn up the volume as it's beeping, and that will solve your problem.
Now, make sure you plug a phone or something in, because if you don't,
you have a floating,
turn it off, and then it's going to have the static.
Because you have a floating ground at that point, and it makes all kinds of funky noises. Floating? Yeah, it's a floating ground. Meaning
like
you have
a floating screen? Ah.
Or your head is in the clouds. Anyways, you install a lot of Kenwood speakers. How are they compared to the Focal, Morel, Hertz, etc.? Pardon me. So, think of it like this. It's not that we install a lot of Kenwood speakers. It's that we install a lot of solution-based speakers. Mm-hmm. All right? Meaning, what is the problem? Whether it be hole size, diameter of the speaker that we're replacing, budget, tonality. I hate that word, but so when we're putting together a system, these are problems that we have to overcome throughout the process of putting the stereo together. Now, the 6902, 6903, 6903 really is a unique speaker in that it does something that a lot of manufacturers currently don't have, which is a 3.5-inch coaxial that sounds really, really good, and a 6x9-inch mid-bass that's specifically designed with the aftermarket in mind, meaning it's a shallower 6x9 so that it'll go perfectly into a car. It's just not some random crap they bought off the shelf. All right, so with that in mind, when putting together a system, they're also in a good price point. So we have to take all of these things in consideration and put something in a car. Now, we know how they sound, like most of the other speakers we recommend. So that's what we build off of, okay? So it's not that we recommend the Kenwoods. It's that that's the screwdriver that will turn the screw that is this Dodge Ram, okay? Last week we did the Bronco, and that got a full Morel system in it. The reason why we picked the Morels were because Morel is one of the manufacturers that makes plenty of 4-inch drivers. Like they have, pardon the pun, 4-inch drivers that I'm aware of. Mm-hmm. So it makes it easy to, and they sound fantastic, okay, which is a key. So we tried a bunch of different speakers up till this point, trying to find the ones we like. And the Morels so far have definitely shined the best if we have to do a 4-inch. So that's what we were looking at. We're looking at, okay, what 4-inch are we going to put in the dash that's going to sound amazing? 6.5 that's going to match up to it. It's 4.5 in the rear. In this case, 3.5s in the dash, 6x9s in the doors. Kenwood makes the 6903s. They make the new 695s that match the 693s. They have a wideband tweeter on it, which is weird. That's probably what you're hearing is that wideband tweeter.
It's huge.
So, in there again, price. Got to meet a price point, all right? Because we need a DSP. We need to tune a DSP. There's $1,000 right there. Need an amp to power it, box. So it's every speaker manufacturer has a speaker that works really well in a given environment. Kicker, Hondas. They make a shallow 6.5 that will just drop right into a Honda. Like, so yeah, well, every time
you don't have to get anything.
Yeah, do nothing. So get a Honda in. KS, CS, boom, drop those in. Life is great. That's the thing. I'm more trying to put solutions into cars, not brands into cars. If somebody makes something that rocks, That's what we use. That's what it's basically how that works. We're floating.
Jeff says the AP4 chime is adjustable via the sub-level knob.
Yes, it is.
There you go.
Yes, and that is in the instructions. It's adjustable via the sub-level knob, as well as you can do it in the software.
Where?
Sub-level knob.
Where is available?
In the software.
You're saying the instructions.
Did I say the instructions?
Yeah.
Okay, it's available in the software. You can also choose for the Amp Pro, you can go in and you can choose the low volume setting.
Saludos, Colombia.
Which is actually really cool. So you can choose at volume 1 how loud you want it. And I know that doesn't seem really important for most people, but it is. It is. It can be annoying to have like too much sound at volume 1. So,
have you done anything with audio mobile lately? I'm looking for a dealer in Phoenix.
Yeah, I have no idea. No. I mean, there's plenty of people that would ship. You could probably give Ada at Absolute Electronics. He might be able to ship you some. I think he's still a dealer. Been looking at approximately 2015 Honda Odyssey van that have the 2 screens. I see a dash kit for a single DIN and Maestro. Does that mean can be changed just dead screens? Man, the Odyssey's a tough one. All those Hondas are weird when it comes to retaining those back screens. Honestly, I don't remember. Some of them, no, you're pretty much dead in the water. Others, it's like, yeah, plug it in and see what happens. Sometimes you can relocate something in order to get it to work. It's been a while, man. 2019 Maxa SR with Bose. How do I integrate into it? Put a new radio in it? No, I don't even think you can do that. I don't know if anybody makes an interface for that. You'd have to, there again, pack-audio.com, metroonline.com, idata.maestro.com. Those are all the sites that we're going to go through. So, that was Jeff. Saludos. What's
Saludos,
up? Colombia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
I thought I would pop in. What is up, man? Everything is okay. I'm not in a position to do what I want audio-wise, so just taking a break. Still watching the install bay videos.
Thank you, man.
Hey, take the time you need.
That's it.
We're here for you. What is up? Sony ES, because Crutchfield and others seem to be phasing out.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Because of the shippings, tariffs or things like that, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of products are just put on hold, depending on where they come from. So, if they're coming from, so there's a couple things that can happen. One, if a retailer decides that they no longer want to sell a product and they have it in inventory, and the manufacturer isn't willing to buy it back and do like a product exchange, then they blow it out. Okay, so that's one thing that a lot of these like Best Buy, Crutchfield, online retailers will do, is that they'll just blow stuff out, get their money back so they can spend it on the next thing. Now, if it's just showing out of stock, like Fernando said, a lot of stuff right now is out of stock because when the tariffs went up, every manufacturer pulled their orders, especially if they were being made in China, or majority of the stuff came from China. So it just went on hold.
But I thought that was Japan.
Japan owns Sony, but that doesn't mean the product's made in Japan. It's probably made in China. It's one of those ironic things where one country hates the other, but they still go to that country to have things built because they're really good at it. It's irony, right?
It's business, bro.
I don't understand anything.
But
relocate the radio, Jeff says on the Honda.
There you go.
Thank you, gentlemen. You're welcome. Sony ES 3-way disappeared from site, for example. Same for the other retailers. There again, it's just going to depend. Now, Sony may have end of life something. I mean, it.
Yeah, but I feel weird because this is the brand new ES. They just.
Well, it's not brand new. Technically, it's been out for about 4 years now.
Okay, but you're not discontinuing a 4 year.
Yeah, but you know how
you put so much money into it.
Yeah, but you know how some manufacturers are. They just cut their losses. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Waiting, all these crazy things happening. So it's like.
Or, like I said, it could be that a lot. There again, it could be product shortage because of tariffs. It could be the manufacturer that they don't want to sell them anymore. There's a lot of things that can be put into play. Honestly, don't know. I could make some calls, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't really want to, because...
Oh, you can call Sony.
Yeah, good luck at that. Man, that's not even a number you can call. No. All right, let's take a look at the Ram.
Yes.
It's finished. 6903s in the dash. 6x9s in the doors. 2 P3. The P3s ended up fitting in the Fox box, so good on that. So we ended up going with 2 P3s in the Fox box. We did not use the seat lift kit. As you can see, it fits fine. And we even put the terrible floor mat back in. Hate these. Hate them with a passion. But it fit back in. Seat's still closed down. Life is good. Here is the amplifier. This is our subwire here. So we ended up relocating the DSR1 to the back here. We made our own custom harness with using the EXT4 from my data as a base in which to make our extension. We used, I don't know, I think this is honestly an Arc Audio harness for like a Blackbird, but it also fits into the DSR1, which is fantastic. And it was the perfect length. So we just soldered in RCAs. So we made all our own RCAs, which is nice. Because I hate having to use like a 1.5 foot or 3 and just like, it drives me nuts. So this was strategically put here so that we could make our own RCAs and plug it in. T-harness. So this is it. This is all that runs up front other than the power wire. So this goes up this way on the passenger side of the car along with the base knob wire, which I'll show you that in a minute. And then power and ground run across. There's a factory ground point right there that the amplifier is grounded to, and then the power wire goes all the way across and goes up front. When working on a Dodge Ram, running your wire here is very difficult. There's not a lot of room here. You have to cut a bunch of tape, pull the whole thing apart. However, run your wire here, so there's a pocket right here underneath. There's a divot right here that fits perfectly for the wire to go in. Now you do have to trim a little bit of the jute depending on how thick the wire is. A 4 gauge will fit under it, no problem. RCA's a flat will fit, no problem. This is about the size, a little bit smaller than 0 gauge, so I had to trim it up a little bit, put it in place. Fits perfect. Carpet, can't even tell it's there. Power wire went along there, and then this bolts in right here, and then the seat sits on it here, so it's good to go, mounted in place, everything zip tied up. And this is the nicest part. Didn't have to do a bunch of silly RCAs. Like we were talking about yesterday, somebody asked about using connectors and plugs and stuff like that. To me, this is way better option, so to speak, is making direct plugs that just plug in and go directly to RCAs. I think that's a much better way to look forward to in the future, because this is a readily available plug. You can buy this plug off of Amazon and make your own, so, which I've done. And so plugs right in, everything is great, works like it's supposed to. 12 gauge single strand. I don't like using dual strand and pulling it apart. This is a single strand, red and black, covered in red and black heat shrink, which is ironic, I know, ferrules on the ends. And then it goes off to a braided, and then it goes off to our speaker cup that we put on the bottom of this that just plugs in using an XC90 connector, which is cool. Yeah, no, they were a good value. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with them. It's pretty weird. All right, so that is that bass knob. Fernando put the bass knob over here next to the transmission. So this is your gear shifter. Bass knob went right here. You do have to make a hole behind this in order for it to fit, but it's out of the way. Looks nice. Double tap to turn the LEDs off so it doesn't blind you. Press and hold. It'll light up and you can turn the dial to dim it. So those are really nice features. I need to start selling those XC90 cups. Maybe. That's a maybe. I need to refine them just a little bit because we need to do some work on them. We'll see how it goes. I'm not thrilled with the print quality yet because we still have like there's an etch. See, like I don't like that. So we gotta work on it just a little bit and come up with I ordered some new. I didn't tell you I ordered some new stuff for the printers. Maybe that's what got delivered. I ordered new plates for the printers. They had a big sale. Bamboo had a big sale this weekend for some weird thing. I don't know. And so they had like buy one, get 10, buy two, get 20, buy three, get 30, buy four, get 40. So I bought a bunch of the plates. Mm-hmm. Like I think I bought the carbon fiber plate that we wanted. Mm. So that might be cool. And I bought the Super Tack plate. I have no idea. It was like $30. It's all, I was like, oh wow. All right, well we'll get one of those. So But
listen.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
If you don't have a 3D printer, but you have money, you can go to MorelHiFi.com. MorelHiFi.com, that's the place that you can spend your money. Affordable 3-way set. Really nice component. Like the brand new Sensus. Subwoofer, shallow mount. You have a truck, you can put it in your you can put it in there. What else? They have Class AV amplifiers. Beautiful. They have Bluetooth speakers. They have brand new high-end speakers. You are like into the high-end speakers, go to MorelHiFi.com. Check the new Ultimo speakers. You will love those. So MorelHiFi.com, that's the place that you can find a lot of stuff for your car audio needs. Thank you for being sponsor of the show. Okay. What was it? Oh, that was so loud.
Yeah, I couldn't help. I had to. Let me go back to no filter. All right, he says, anyone selling where you can scan your car using iPhone and will 3D print pods? No one is making it that easy yet. There's plenty of scan tools you can get. Use the LiDAR on your phone to do some scanning. You played with that a little bit to get some really basic mesh.
It's just, yeah.
But then you have to design off of the mesh, so Fusion was half off the other day.
Half?
Yeah.
Off?
Yeah, it was like 2 something or 320.
For a year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's tariffs, that's what.
Yeah, it's totally tariffs. Stay safe, everyone. You stay safe. We're in Florida, bro. It's like everyone's got guns. It's you guys California that are
stay safe, guys.
You know,
same thing.
They don't have guns in California.
They do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Have a lot of them right now.
Why is this here?
Because I don't know.
I don't either. The other day I was like, what is that doing there? It was very odd.
Mm-hmm.
There was a random hook on the wall, and it's like, where's there a hook? Should be no hooks on the wall. Just stuff. Just stuff to see.
So I can hook some people up. See?
Stop. I gotta figure out how to use my new calendar. Plans for vacation? Yes.
Party all night.
We have guns in Michigan. Yeah, I know you have guns. I'm from Michigan. I know you have guns. And I have the guns from Michigan because my dad brought all his guns with him when he moved here. So we got plenty of guns. So many guns.
We are safe.
We're safe.
I'm just gonna go with your dad.
You can use one of my guns. We guns for everyone. It's like you hand them out. I love that. I love that meme. Why were you speeding? Because I'm driving through the hood. You got any weapons on you? No. Let me go get one. That's the best, man. That's so good. Plans for vacation? Yes, actually. Okay, so go figure. Going on a cruise. I know.
Really?
Yeah. So if you caught this in the background, this is our door placard for the cruise. It doesn't light up yet, so I can't show you. There is LEDs on it, but I still need to do one more LEDs. I'll have it done tonight. So that'll be what goes on the door. Yes, Donald's butt. Haley even bought a blanket of that. It's really funny. And then this is one of the samples of the name badges that are going to go on the door. So this is a Dole Whip cup from Disney with Dole Whip in it, and we designed it and 3D printed it. And so there's 2 of these, and we're working on the rest. So, and then Fernando.
I don't know yet. We'll still decide.
Really?
Yeah. No, see.
You're so silly.
I know.
No Father's Day gifts, man. It's just the gifts of leave me the frick alone. Guns don't make you safe. Gun owners do. Yeah, sure. I mean, bad guys have guns too, and they own them. So we don't need to get into guns. It's just guns, man. Any idea what color the rear speaker wires are in a 2011 Ford Ranger?
What color?
The speaker wires. I have no idea. I haven't looked at speaker wires in forever.
Orange and green and white and green.
What'd you say?
Orange and green.
Orange with a green stripe.
Yeah, and white with light green stripe.
Are positives? Or is that one set of wires?
That's one set of wires.
Which one is positive?
Orange. Orange.
He doesn't know. Clip side. Clip side's positive.
Clip side. There you go.
Clip side is positive.
There you go. I'm trying to, but
yeah. Anyways, has 46% of the world's guns and 4% of the world's population. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, listen, we love our guns. They're just going to take all our ammo. That's what they're going to do. Keep all the guns you want. You just can't buy bullets. That's how that's going to work.
Oh, now that you say that, I remember the joke about the guy like, I buy my gun. But I don't buy bullets.
Yeah.
Bullets are
dangerous.
Are dangerous. I just go in, bam, bam, bam.
I'm at the range going, bam, 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 bam.
I never miss. It's like, you miss. I never miss. That's pretty good.
13 days until my Mustang is in your shop for a new full system. So excited.
Hey.
Okay.
13 days.
Yeah, probably right before we leave.
Yeah, probably.
I don't even know what today is. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it'll be right before we leave, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We excited. Mustang.
Not excited.
For Mustang. What year is it?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's fantastic, man.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're so lying. You're so lying. So, when we're tuning a car, we try to not leave the keys in the car. We try to put them up on the windshield. Because some people like their cars to automatically lock when they shut the door. Which I thought back in the 90s we all figured out that was a bad idea. But apparently I was wrong. And some people think that's so cool. Which is dumb. But, you know, if you got a Ford and you got the thingy here, I guess you're okay. But still think it's a dumb idea. It's a 17. It's a regular Mustang. Same thing. Yes. He fell down the elevator shaft and landed on the bullets. Yeah, it could happen. You know, random bullet. Ow, it hurts. I don't know how we got on guns and bullets, but
I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah.
I just
2017. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, it's a
fantastic,
Mustang.
man.
It'll be fun. Lots of wires, zero gauge, I'm sure. Spare tire well, box. It'll be awesome. I remember older import cars when you had to lift handles to lock. Oh yeah, right? Yeah, when you had, or like in a Honda, in order to lock it from the inside, like if you just wanted to lock it and shut the door, you had to open the handle, lock it, and then shut the door so that you didn't accidentally lock it until you're outside the car because they didn't have power locks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you get out of the car and you go to lock it, but they wanted you to put your key in it and lock it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would.
Yeah.
So what you had to do was
pull the handle,
so you
lock
would,
it, and
so
then
you
just
you
shut
do
it.
this like 2 fingers, pull the handle, index finger to lock it, one of these things, and then you'd shut the door and it'd be locked.
That's so old, bro.
I mean, that was Honda's. So the problem was, this was the problem. They'd want aftermarket door locks put in, so when you arm, disarm. And they would arm the car without the door being closed. So you'd screw up
the sequence.
Well, no. You would screw up the motor and or break the door lock because it doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'd go to like arm it and like the passenger wouldn't have their door shut. And so the motor would try to pull. And the Hondas are built like crap. So it would break the arm. And then the thing would just sit there and flap. And they'd be like, I don't know what happened. You'd be like, you tried to lock it without the door closed. Oh, I didn't know. You need to replace it. It's like, so your stupidity, you want me to pay for your stupidity. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's basically what it was. Like, no, it just sucks to be you, man. Toyota had the oh shit where you could let go of the handle as it was closing and it wouldn't lock. Yeah. But then we got power locks with key fobs and it all went by the wayside.
And for some reason, people still forget their keys inside.
Or forget to lock the cars.
Don't forget to lock the
People are just lazy. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, it's just what it is. It's okay. Not really.
Lie.
People are just lazy.
It's lie.
I gotta. Or it's like, dude, take your key all the way into your house. Now I'm gonna leave it in my car in the garage. Why does your battery keep going dead? I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people just leave the windows they roll the windows down and they leave the keys and everything in there. No?
No, a lot of people do. I don't. Hell no. No, I'm paranoid.
You're paranoid.
Yeah. My key goes.
You grab the keys and go into the safe, put it in there, lock it, and then.
No, it just stays in my lunchbox all the time. If I don't have my lunchbox, I can't drive my car. But the only time I'm ever in my car, I have my lunchbox.
I feel there's a lot of crazy things right now to stealing cars. What they do. It's insane.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Nigel goes, okay. The people who say someone broke into their unlocked car. They didn't break into it. They just opened the door. It's really not breaking and entering because it's not locked.
They just open the car.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, dude, I think one of the girls was telling me they were sitting there watching this guy just walk around the parking lot going to, oh no, it was in the Dunedin Facebook group. They videotaped this guy just walking through the parking lot, just pulling on handles to see who
some
forgot.
of these cameras groups.
Yeah.
The people at night they go and start just trying to open the cars just to see which one is open.
Yeah.
Some people they just forgot to close their cars and that's how they steal it.
Used to leave the convertible top down because never had anything of value outside the trunk. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I don't have anything in my car because it's a convertible, so there's no valuable anything in it anywhere.
Yeah, but I feel it's just...
There are some towels, And
good towels?
No, just like a microfiber towel, just in case. I do have my gym shoes underneath the seat. Ooh. Yeah, and I have 2 hats. I have a Morel and a kicker hat. The kicker hat I won the other day. Yeah, those might be available.
Yeah, right there, morelhifi.com.
I had my Modus jacket in there, but I took it out because I needed it for something.
I love my hoodie. The hoodie's the best. Oh, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, that was
Hopefully we can go see them again. I'm going to ask for another one.
Okay.
Yeah?
I doubt it. Well, you'd have to go to see them.
In Vegas, right?
I don't know. Dallas. They'll probably be in Dallas.
No.
Yeah. Well, they were in Atlantic City.
They were in Atlantic City.
So.
Muddies.
Just text Jason. Yeah, get right on that.
Hi, Jason.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We're going to let you go there. We're going to get this car out, delivered to the customer. Today is Tuesday. I don't know what that means, but it is. So have fun.
Taco Tuesday.
That actually sounds pretty good. See ya.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
Yeah? I know.
Super exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh, wait, what is today?
Today's Thursday.
Oh, I'm excited. You know what tonight is?
Yes. It's Taco Thursday. No.
What is it? Taco Tuesday, Burrito Wednesday.
No, but do you know this is not a promotion for
Morel?
chicken Chipotle? No, exactly. Oh. But they put an ad that if you have tattoos, tomorrow,
Friday,
you will get a free burrito.
If you have a tattoo,
if you have a tattoo,
okay. If I had a tattoo, I would remove it just so I could not get a free burrito from Chipotle.
I love Chipotle.
I absolutely
I'm gonna go tomorrow
hate
get my burrito.
I dislike every fiber of my being. Hates Chipotle. I've never.
You like Taco Bell and you don't like
because Taco Bell has flavor. Chipotle tastes like trash.
What?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That doesn't even make sense.
The chips are stale. The queso's gross.
Nope, doesn't make sense.
The meat tastes like trash.
How can you like Taco Bell?
I don't know, but it's disgusting. Tamales Thursday. Ooh, that's actually what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Tamales Thursday.
I got Trader Joe's tamales. What's up?
That much?
It's 91 today in Brooklyn. Wow. Welcome.
91?
Yeah, it gets hot there, man. And then you have no breeze because of the tall buildings.
Yeah, it's 89 right now.
Yeah. Fernando, do you think that's true? I don't know.
I think so. I saw it in another page, right? And I'm like, so I went to the Chipotle Instagram page.
Yeah, and it was there?
They had it.
Okay, so I'm going to read you this. It says, I hate Chipotle too.
Okay.
Chipotle is trash.
Okay.
Freebird burritos are the way. We don't have a Freebird. Really, at the end of the day, we have... what was the place that was up there that just went out of business?
Tijuana Flats.
We had Tijuana Flats. Yeah. We have in Taco Bell, Chipotle. Mm-hmm. In Orlando, they have a Del Taco. They have some Del Tacos in Orlando. We don't have them here. Mm-hmm. And now we just have whatever that taco place is called that went in where they were at. I don't know, the taco place that can't open. That was where Tijuana Flats is. Okay. Which I don't know what the place is called.
Taco's closed right now?
I don't know. Either way.
Yeah.
Most of the Mexican restaurants we have around here are privately owned. Like, they're one-offs. They're just local places.
Yeah, they are, like, authentic.
Because there's a burrito place in Main Street, Dunedin.
Yeah.
That's really good.
What is it called?
Like Big Burrito. Burrito. Del Burrito or something.
I'm telling you, I feel like I have to go and drive down there.
I mean, there's like... Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It's got a picture of a donkey.
I drive all the way to Tampa.
Yeah, you're dumb. No, dude, they're so good. Yeah. Like, Chipotle is trash. Yeah.
Chipotle is good. I don't care what you say.
Super humid. Yeah, welcome to Florida. Chicken has an awful aftertaste. Yeah. And leaving Chipotle, can the JL Audio... You asked this yesterday. Can the JL Audio VXI 801 power a 10-inch W7, or does it need more power? Oh, no, you asked the other question. Sorry, my bad. There again, to answer that, can it power a W7? Yes.
It's going to make sound, yeah.
It will make sound. Will it power the W7 in the manner in which you feel it should be powered? That's probably a no. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, if you have a 2,000 watt woofer and you put 100 watts on it, the 100 watt amplifier, if set up properly, will move the subwoofer 100 watts worth of energy. That's it. That's all it will do. Yeah. If you put it in a really big, efficient box, you'll get some decent bass out of it. A W7 doesn't actually, it's a big magnet. It's got a lot of things. It handles a ton of power. On their website, they say it doesn't handle that much power. And an 8... ILX or the VXI 8 isn't a lot of power out of those two channels bridged. So it will move it, but it probably will not move it in the manner in which you're hoping a W7 will sound.
So my question is, how much power is bridge? 500 watts?
Probably 200 watts.
No.
It's a VXI 808. So it's probably 100 watts a channel. So if you bridge two channels, it's 200 watts.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. At best case, maybe it's 250. Hell, it could be 175. Don't know. But my point is, it's a W7. I'm thinking 1,000 watts is what you're going to want.
Right.
Now, if you're just, why buy a W7? You know what I mean? In that case, just get something that's smaller. So, yeah, you're probably going to want more power.
Or you're going to bridge 4 channels and 4 channels.
Yeah, that's true. You could probably do that. Talking Taco is now up. Thank you. That's what it was. The Talking Taco up the street. Apparently they were out of out of meat the other day. Not chicken. They were out of beef the other day.
Mr. William Bird. That's right.
Thursdays are reverse polarity and side jag tonight. And that's where I started this conversation when we went with tacos. It's Thursday night, so me and Hi-Fi Vega will be over on the Hi-Fi Vega. And we'll be talking silliness, car audio silliness, and movie silliness. Where do you find the best price for your primary wires? We don't. We
just buy it from the company.
Yeah, the company would be Metra Install Bay. I don't think anybody has a great price on anything that has any copper in it right now.
And now
it's so expensive. So, you know, honestly, a lot of the stuff I just buy it off Amazon. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff we use for installation.
Make sure it is 100% copper.
Just comes off Amazon because I can get a better deal on it from there than I can from some of my suppliers. Even if it's the supplier's product, I could still find it cheaper on Amazon. With all our discounts and all that crap, it's still cheaper. It's like, this is stupid. But that's a whole nother thing.
What's up, Benjamin?
Hello, my friends.
How you doing, buddy?
Buy a Woody amp for that, LOL. Okay. It is 200 watts bridge at 4 ohms. See? Look at that. Totally guessed.
Yeah, you got it.
200 watts. Yeah. So, there again, it's going to move it. It's like, if you want it to be a W7 and you want it to just, like, I got a W7. It's not going to do it with 200 watts.
Right.
Okay? If you're just doing it to, like, I got the woofer, you know, and I have it, and it's what I have. Yes, you can definitely power it. Just know that it's going to be limited on what it can do. It might be enough for you.
Potential is
But the potential will not be reached with 200 watts.
Right.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
What's up?
Hey.
Arizona. Preach, brother. What's up, Cardio Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Now, Carl, should we call him MB Chris? MB Court Chris? Quartz Chris? Cristal? I don't know. Crystal Chris? What's in the bay today? Thank you, Mr. Berg. That is a fantastic segue and why I have my Jane Fonda workout headband on. So let's take a look at what we got going on. Actually, what we just finished is this beautiful GMC Canyon. Yeah, it's done. It's beauty. This is a phase 1 that the customer wanted to do on this. We talked on the phone like a month or 2 ago, and they came in to do part 1 of their audio upgrade on this car. If you have a Canyon, yeah,
you have a Canyon.
The Bose system in this is actually one of my favorite Bose systems as far as like surround and how it sounds. When Joe had his, I was impressed with the way it sounded. I really enjoyed it. It's not loud enough, but it still sounded really nice. This one does not have the Bose system, so it's in today to try to improve the front stage. Still, his biggest complaint is he has no bass, but he wanted to improve the front stage first because it also has no definition. All the sounds like it's coming from that corner of the car, as we've said in the past. People like that. I don't. He doesn't like it either. Look at that radio. Like, it's a gorgeous looking radio. So with this, he wanted to do... Oh, we're done. Fernando likes to leave these grills off until the very last minute in case we have to switch polarity or anything like that. So with this vehicle, we did a front stage upgrade with our kicker key. 6902s, Kenwood Exelons are in the front door, so 6x9 here. The 2-inch up here on the top of the dash, the 3-inch is not going to fit. This is definitely 100% got to be a 2-inch, which is great because we went with the 6902, which is the C2, and that 2-inch is fantastic. Middler, it's very flat, meaning the mid-range and the treble have a very nice come through. It looks really great on a graph, so it sounds fantastic. Key 200.4 with a Metra T-harness to go into the car. I'm sorry, this is a PAC T-harness, my bad. PAC T-harness. I believe it's a 70, the 70 harness, not 71. It's a gray and black. So there's two harnesses, a gray and black, and there's a gray and green. And how you find that is if you come all the way down into this area and up and you hide up here, there's harnesses here, and that's where the amplifier is sitting. And this is actually the amplifier. The factory amp is this guy right here. The glove box is out though, because if we crawl down here and we do this, and I can't see because I'm so close, but right here, there's a screw here, there's a screw here, and then this is a nice bracket. This is the key 200.4. It's mounted right here in the glove box. There's tons of room around it. Like, this is all one giant open cavity of air. To get to it, you pull these two screws, and then the whole thing slides out, so we can easily set it up, which we've already done. You can get to all the fuses, all the gains, all the switches by just removing these two screws. There is plenty of room. The wire is zip tied into place over here, but it is mounted right there. Oh my gosh. So, and it's right here. It's where it's at. So that's why I was wearing this, because I wanted to show you guys. And it's a simple enough plate as far as how to get that in there. It's like 9.5 inches by 3 3/4. Load resistor wise, yes, we use the load resistor. We use the LGD greens, which I think is the 20 or something. And we just need to put the glove box back in, and this car can get out of here and on to the next one as far as that goes. But improved the soundstage drastically, moved everything into the center, gave him much better sounding, and actually has a good bass response now. Not what he's wanting. Now, phase two to this, we talked about it this morning, is going to be a key 500.1 on a Fox box with two of the audio control 10-inch shallows. What is that, space? Space is
Space.
Yeah, space, because they come with grills, and this really grills would be cool. So that'll go in there, and the Fox box looks fantastic. So we've done that one a couple times. It's the only downside to it is that you do have to relocate. There's a DC to AC converter underneath there that can be relocated up underneath the driver's passenger front seat. So that's one of the caveats. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Since DSPs have line drivers, do you still see standalone versions? When's the time you install one? So, no. Like, Audio Control used to make the Matrix, which was a fantastic line driver, six channel line driver. So it had 6 channels in, 6 channels out. I don't know if they still make it or not. There was a new version of it that came out, which was smaller. I actually still have 2 of the older ones that they sent us, because we were supposed to review it way back when they came out, and then they sent us the wrong ones, and I was like, you guys sent us the wrong ones. And they're like, oh, my bad. And then everything turned sideways, and the company sold to Amp, and we never got the new ones. But anyways, these. Now, the LC1i is a line driver as well as a high-level to low-level adapter, and the new Epicenter Micro Pro that's coming out, that's right, Epicenter Micro Pro that's coming out will also be have a line driver built into it, because some of these, when you go high level and you got to turn it down so much so it doesn't distort, having a line driver in it is nice. Now a DSP will do all of that, so if you just go for DSP, does this thing have a turbo? Sounds like it has a turbo. Anyways, DSPs are just going to have that, good DSPs already have a line driver in them to make life easy, so we really don't see too many uses for a line driver. But every now and then you do need one, and usually the Audio Control little LC1i is adequate for that. So, but if you need like a bigger one, then the Matrix was the bad boy. What amp and watt subwoofer do you guys like as a pair? So there's a couple subwoofers that we like to lean into depending on what we're doing. So shallow mount wise, big fan of the Kicker Comp R's, Comp RTs. I mean, the new L7T is fantastic. They also sell their preloaded enclosures, which we sell a bunch of. Audio Control has the new shallows. JL always makes a fantastic shallow mount sub. Like they're great. Regular subwoofers, it really just depends what the customer is trying to do, what they're going for. Are we doing a loaded box, a non-loaded box? Do sell a lot of Rockford woofers for subwoofers. I'm a big fan of like the P2s, P3s. I like the performance you get out of them, depending on what kind of wattage we're looking at. Is usually what decides on which one we're going to go with. But it varies. It varies. We do a lot of truck boxes, and now everybody makes loaded truck boxes. Like Kicker makes the loaded truck box. Audio Control makes the loaded truck box. Foxbox makes boxes that we can load real woofers into. So it just depends. Dean Q, what color code do you use for the 3-way front stage? The tweeter, so we follow the white, gray, green, purple, meaning driver's front is white, passenger front is gray, driver's rear is green, passenger rear is purple. So we follow that. Those are always positives. And the negatives change color. So the tweeters would always be a bright color because they're tweeters, they're bright. So that's always going to be yellow or red, sometimes orange. But those are the 3 colors that will go, depending on what's in stock. Those are the colors we'll use for the tweeters. The mid-range will be either blue or brown. And then the mid-bass is typically going to be black because it just works out that way. But it's open to interpretation. It just depends on where it's at, where it's going, how many we have to run, how thick is the wire, that kind of stuff. But that's kind of the colors. I have an 801 on a 12. Need a good amp for front and rear components and a center, please advise. Arc Audio Blackbird would be great. 8 channels, DSP. If you have 7 channels of audio, meaning you have a center, components up front, rear speakers, yeah, you could bridge to the center if you wanted. But yeah, and it has 4 channels of output. Any DSP amplifier like that, 8-channel DSP amp, Moscone makes 2 versions, 3 versions. 3 versions of an 8-channel plus 2 versions of a 6-channel. Helix makes several 8 channels with DSP built in. So there's a lot of variety in that. Now, if you're just looking for, something 6-channel wise, just keep looking around. Most, there's some 6 channels out there, but center is going to make it 8. Nobody really makes a 7-channel, where the 7th channel is made for a center channel. Hey, that's my vehicle. Oh, that's fantastic. 2025 Grand Cherokee. Is there a wiring harness for that vehicle? No. No, there isn't. 2025s have not been touched yet. If it changed from 2024. Some of the 2024s were carryovers. Some of the 2025s were carryovers from 2024s. There again, you can check out pack-audio.com and see what they list for that, or metroonline.com. There's no Amp Pro or anything like that available for it as of yet. That's TBA. What's up, Angel? 35-inch display for the win. I mean, one day, right? We going for a ride under the dash. What's all the switches and knobs in the center dash? I have no idea. Air conditioning. My truck has 5x7, so should I get the Morel Temple Ultra 5x7 or 6.5? I mean, if you have room for the 6.5, I would go for the 6.5. It's going to sound better. Live from Disneyland tomorrow. Cool. Which body style is the Silverado with the suicide doors? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Those always screw me up, like crew cab.
Gangster body style.
Yeah, the gangster. The crew cab or work. I don't know. There's too many options. It doesn't make any freaking sense to me. But anyways, we're gonna work on a F-150 shocker and see what we can do in this. Fernando's going to close the doors. If you guys want to have some more fun tonight, make sure to check us out on Hi-Fi Vega. We're doing some talk and car stereo there. And, of course, tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing the news. It's been 2 weeks, so you guys, there should be at least 4 or 5 stories that are going to be interesting. So make sure to tune in tomorrow for that. This show has been brought to you by
MorelHiFi.com.
And that's it for now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.